Hi, I'm Lee Brecheen with Louisiana Football TV magazine. We got a great lineup tonight. Joseph Evans, one of the top D tackles in the country, not just from Louisiana, from Haynesville High School, will be joining us later in the show. Micah Gibbs, one of the great young assistants in college baseball from the LSU University, will be on tonight. And Mike Johnson, the owner of DiGiulio Brothers Restaurant, great place in town. And we're also going to be joined by another LSU commitment calling in from Turlings Catholic, a big-time lineman, later in the show. We'll be right back.
When you come to Relief Windows, your experience starts here.
Or here.
Then we come to your home.
We measure twice.
And then we bring custom windows to your home.
We remove your old windows. Install your new windows.
Clean our mess.
And we make sure you're completely satisfied.
And all of this before you pay a dime. And at Relief Windows, our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Relief Windows.
Honey, what's wrong with the disposer?
What disposer?
Clogged drain? Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood drain expert.
Louisiana Office Solutions Company is the complete answer for all your office products and janitorial supply needs. From supplies for school or your home office, to styrofoam cups for your restaurant, to pallets of paper and cleaning supplies for your business. Choose from a large selection of furniture, from chairs to desks for office or home, traditional and contemporary styles, or work with our design team to create a complete furniture layout for your building. So call or come by Louisiana Office Solutions Company on Florida at Lobdell, where everyone is welcome.
Delta World Tire is 100% committed to making every part of your experience with us hassle-free and pleasant. Whether it's tires, brakes, oil change, or scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire's highest priority is serving you. If you're traveling this season, Delta World Tire is here to help you make sure your vehicle is road ready. If the tire needs replacing, the oil needs changing, or any other scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire wants to make sure you get there.
We're Delta World Tire.
Welcome back. Lee Brecheen, Louisiana Football TV magazine. These are the preview issues from this past summer. On the left is our South magazine, and on the right is our North Louisiana magazine. Actually, we have one of the recruits calling in later in the show from Turlings from the South, and Joseph Evans is on the North cover from Haynesville High School. If you're a mom or dad or grandparent, or you just like football, even though the season's over and you've never seen it and you can't find it, just go to our website, and you can go on our website and order Louisiana Football Magazine. It's .com. I want to go ahead and introduce our first guest, a good friend of mine. Started eating at the restaurant 14 years ago. You know, it was just lived 30 minutes away back during that time, almost an hour. Still live almost a half an hour from the restaurant, but I drive to this restaurant for lunch 2, 3, sometimes 4 days a week. It's DiGiulio Brothers, and one of the owners, I've become friends with, Mike Johnson. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Lee.
Busy, huh? It's tough to get you out of the restaurant.
Yeah, it really is, because
you're there every day. I mean,
that's got to be there, man. You know.
We've got Mike's logo for his restaurant, and I know a lot of people in Baton Rouge have seen DiGiulio Brothers, but very unique. This is the logo. This is the front of the place. And it's on Perkins Road. And Mike, tell them how to get there if they're watching from Ruston, Louisiana, and they're coming in for an LSU baseball game or football game. Tell them how they can get there from LSU's campus on Perkins Road.
Well, I mean, we're about a mile away from campus. We're right off of Ripple, kind of by the city park area, and it's 2903 Perkins Road. Right in the heart of the Garden District. We're right at the bottom of an overpass right there. It's one of the only overpasses we have in Baton Rouge that I know of. And so 31 years, you can mention it. And Nobody knows how to spell it, but they can say it. So we can find you to get you there. You
My favorite meal is chicken parmesan, and I like the homemade meatballs, spaghetti, incredible pizza, homemade pizza. If you want to go healthy, got good salads, really good salads.
Yeah, had some great fish dishes: grouper, tuna, drum, salmon.
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet, yeah, and then that's red velvet cake. It's not mine. Okay, we make everything we can, but the desserts are by some local artists, I should say. And Nate Mayhall, wonderful.
I never asked you, what is your favorite meal from your restaurant? What is your favorite dish?
I guess it'd probably be maybe that Mike's Pizza down there, with the roasted garlic and fried eggplant and pepperoni and mushrooms and tomatoes. It's great for, I usually leave really late at night, so it's kind of to me, it's that Waffle House moment.
We're going to get to some Saints talk in a minute, but let me show the menu. This is Sunday brunch. So if you're hungry like me, I like to go eat breakfast. I'm not a breakfast guy at home, but I like to go get a good breakfast on Sunday. And 10:30 in the morning till about 2-ish.
Yeah.
They're open on Sunday. DiGiulio Brothers got a great breakfast and a full menu, right, Mike? Full.
Yeah, the whole night menu is available with the full brunch menu. When we first started brunch, probably about 13 years ago, we didn't really think about it because it's now a really big menu. So it can be tough when you have a 13 top and somebody wants a steak well done and they want their eggs runny. But we do it and we make it happen. And I tell you, we have some of the best spinach madeleine and cheese grits you can ever get.
Homemade sausage, patty sausage, homemade grits too. Trust me, I've had it a few times. And change our attention to the Saints. Get it off your chest as a fan. Since you're not in the media, you can just tell it like it is. What's your thoughts? It's been 2 or 3 weeks.
I came on the show. My wife said, "Please don't talk about the Saints because you're still bitter."
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It was just a tough loss, man. I've got people that live in Dallas that said, "Yeah, but you got the ball first in overtime. You still should have won." I was like,
"They're Cowboy fans."
Yeah, they're Cowboy fans, and so it was just I don't know, man. But you know what? In my lifetime, we won a Super Bowl, so I thought. No way we're going to go back.
In your heart as a fan, and I know you like Drew Brees like me, you think the world of him.
Yeah.
You think he can lead them back? You think they get one more year next year to get?
Well, I mean, you look at Brady. You can't rule these guys out. They're just savvy. They know how not to get hurt. They know how to get rid of the ball. They know, sure, he's probably got a couple more years, but why, so.
Brady at 41 winning a Super Bowl. The oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Well, I'm not.
He's going to be 42 next year. He's still playing next year.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll say this. That game, the Saints would have beat both of those teams if they'd have played that bad very easily.
I don't know.
Well, maybe I don't know a lot about football. But
the only thing which shocked me, though, was that the Rams score at will, and even the Saints had trouble slowing them down, but they shut the Rams down. I mean, that was crazy. They just shut them down.
Well, what's the running
Gurley
back
didn't have a big game.
Yeah, I don't understand that. He just didn't play last 2 games, so I'd like to hear more about that story or something, but that's what it is.
So you're a big sports fan, though. You're not just a guy that runs a restaurant and works hard. You love sports.
I love sports. I like just watching competition. I could watch the Pee Wee League, man. I like watching who's going to choke or not choke. I love golf. Okay,
you're good.
And you watch golf on Sundays, man. It's not about who wins. It's about who just can't take the pain or the pressure, man.
I'm probably the only person that you'll meet that has. I don't even know what a birdie means.
Well, you and Clint,
Yeah. But supposedly, a lot of people I've met, and I've always told you, they think you're a big time golfer.
Yeah, but that reputation is way bigger than it's supposed to be, But I let them think whatever they want.
So you ready for baseball, LSU baseball to start?
I am.
Micah Gibbs will be joining us soon.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I live right there by the stadium, it's hard, They play a lot of times when I want to go play golf, But my wife's like, let's go to an LSU baseball game. All these women want to go. All these wives love to go watch that baseball,
They love it.
I'm going to take her this year, or she's going to take me. I don't know, So.
You have to talk to Micah and them, man. Go to a game. Would it be your first game?
No, I've been to several games over the years, yeah. But
it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. I have to get you to take me so you can tell me every player and where they're from.
I'm not leaving till the 9th inning's over, though, Mike.
Ah, man, I don't know. If it's sunny, I'm going to
play golf. If it goes to 13 innings, I'm still there.
Yeah, well, I left the game
Go 3
early
innings.
one day with him, and he's never let me forget it. Like, but I had to go to the restaurant, man.
Right.
They're all leaving after a football game to go to the restaurant, and I've got to get there before traffic, or you just can't.
All right.
You can't get in.
Final thoughts. Your opinion of LSU winning the Fiesta Bowl, going 10-3 football.
My opinion, 100%, man. It's LSU. This guy I just met over here.
Yeah.
LSU got a good one here, man. I can tell you that. I can just look at him and tell, wow, that's going to be good stuff.
Well, it's their biggest win in several years, first 10-win season in almost a decade, and they're definitely striving and have most of their starters back. And Joe Burrow, their quarterback, who I think is going to be phenomenal next year. We're going to be back. Mike, thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for having me. I appreciate it. Maybe next time we'll have Clint on with you.
Have Clint on with us, and support DiGiulio Brothers on Perkins Road. Great Italian food. And we're going to be back with Micah Gibbs, one of the LSU assistant baseball coaches, and look forward to Joseph Evans later in the show from Haynesville. We'll be right back.
Finally got me, Ben.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes. For decades, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. Got me good.
But you know State Farm's got you, too.
You ain't nothing.
Are you trash talking a pothole?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call or visit State Farm agent Bill Barkas in Baton Rouge today.
Delta World Tire is 100% committed to making every part of your experience with us hassle-free and pleasant. Whether it's tires, brakes, oil change, or scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire's highest priority is serving you. If you're traveling this season, Delta World Tire is here to help you make sure your vehicle is road ready. If the tire needs replacing, the oil needs changing, or any other scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire wants to make sure you get there.
We're Delta World Tire.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shed.
She shear?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call or visit State Farm agent David Bryan in Walker today.
When you come to Relief Windows, your experience starts here.
Or here.
Then we come to your home.
We measure twice.
And then we bring custom windows to your home.
We remove your old windows. Install your new windows.
Clean our mess.
And we make sure you're completely satisfied.
And all of this before you pay a dime. And at Relief Windows, our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Relief Windows.
Welcome back to Louisiana Football TV magazine. Please support Drew DiGiulio, former Michigan Wolverine, went to Parkview Baptist. He was good in football and baseball at one time. He ran one of those true legit 4.4 40s, had great hands, was a legend at Parkview Baptist. He's now a State Farm agent. Support him. He's on 3955 O'Neill Lane in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's Drew DiGiulio, State Farm agent. Good to see those guys come back and be a part of our show. We appreciate his support. The next guest that we have, we're real honored to have LSU baseball as a part of our show. It's the first time in 13 years, baseball period. So we're breaking the ice, man. We're going another level, and baseball season starts this Friday at the Box. It'll be several teams in it. ULM of Monroe is going to be in it. I think Army, West Point will be in it. I'll get the other team from Micah Gibbs. Micah was an all-SEC catcher for LSU, batted .388 his senior year, hit over 10 home runs, had power. He's from Texas. Now he's an assistant coach for Paul Maneri and player development, and runs the camps. Does it all, man. Thanks for joining us, Micah.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Lee.
I never asked you, did you play football in high school?
I did. I played a little bit. I was a quarterback and a defensive end.
You were a quarterback?
Quarterback and defensive end. It was just we ran kind of like a triple option, Army-type offense, that kind of thing. So
hence the arm?
Well, yeah, I didn't throw much. I think I threw maybe once a game, if that, but it was just handing off to different people, that kind of stuff.
Being a baseball assistant, the marriage between football and baseball, the fans support all the sports pretty much equally. Even basketball is now selling out their games.
Oh, yeah.
What is it like to see all these different venues just on top of the world right now at LSU?
Oh, it's incredible. Like you said, football and baseball have kind of been the top two around campus, but now Will Wade's doing a fantastic job with the basketball team. I've gone to a couple of games. I love watching them. They got a big game tonight. It's just a great bridge from football to baseball, and hopefully they can make a deep run in the tournament. We're
going to get into the camps and everything and promote, but I've got these football/baseball questions I think people would find interesting. But Jared Mitchell was a great football player that came on here from Westgate, had a great baseball career.
Yep.
Mikey Matuk,
yep.
A great football player.
St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More. What is it with these football guys that are like, those guys that are just, you can't be too aggressive in baseball because it's mental.
Right.
But man, if they can run and hit.
I was gonna say, I think that's the thing with Coach Maneri is he loves aggressive guys offensively and defensively that make great plays, and he goes after football players all the time. Loves the quarterback because the leadership skills. I think in 2009, over half our team was quarterbacks, even the pitchers.
Chris Mook in my day was a great quarterback at Baker. Was a third baseman on one of the national championships for Skip. And but you're a Texan, and it's interesting because people watching the show, they think, well, Micah must have had some kind of connection to LSU. You said no connections.
No connections. I went to a baseball camp when I was in 7th grade. I loved it. I went to Skip Bertman's camps and started watching them on TV. I mean, they were in Omaha almost every year during that time, and just fell in love with it.
How hard is it to sell players? I mean, 6 national championships, not hard, but is there a state that is hard? Is there anywhere that's hard? I mean, y'all get Bregman out of New Mexico. Zach Hess is out of Virginia. Not everybody's like Fontenot and those guys that are from Louisiana, but it just seems like baseball has an easier way of nationally recruiting.
Right, and I think it's because of the national tournaments. All these kids come to these central locations to play over in Georgia and Florida. So you see all those kids. I mean, it's easy to sell LSU, obviously, because of the success we've had, but also the facilities and the fact that the university puts all that money into the program and just all the support that we have from all the fans. Any of these kids, they come to a football game, basketball game, baseball game, and they can just see the support and the energy that the fans bring, and it's not difficult.
You were a 3rd-round pick, Micah, of the Cubs. So that's my favorite team in the MLB. I used to grow up watching on WGN Harry Carey.
Oh, yeah.
And, now it's Bill Murray's like is he the biggest actor? It's a baseball fan on the planet.
Absolutely. He's always singing the national anthem, or the 7th inning stretch.
Did you get a chance to meet Bill Murray by chance?
I didn't, unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah.
What was it like being a part of the Cubs organization?
It was a great organization. I was with 2 different organizations during my time, and the Cubs was just—it's like you said. You grow up watching them on WGN. It's one of the few teams that's on it's on TV every single game, and growing up getting to see them and then be able to be drafted and start your pro career with them was a blessing. That's for sure.
And if you're not familiar with Micah Gibbs and you're watching the show out of state or somewhere in Louisiana, he helped lead LSU to the World Series title, batted .294 with 16 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 42 RBIs. That was a dream season for you.
Oh, it was a fantastic season. I mean, from the very beginning of the year, we just had that look and feel of wanting to win a national championship. Everybody believed in it, and that team was just so it was such a team that was so together in everything that we did. We still get together every year, go have dinner, kind of a little reunion type thing, and everybody's still extremely close. 2009
national champs. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to get into the camps for kids, parents that are watching. They have some camps, LSU, coming up in Shriver, Louisiana. We're going to talk about the baseball camps in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Delta World Tire is 100% committed to making every part of your experience with us hassle-free and pleasant. Whether it's tires, brakes, oil change, or scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire's highest priority is serving you. If you're traveling this season, Delta World Tire is here to help you make sure your vehicle is road ready. If the tire needs replacing, the oil needs changing, or any other scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire wants to make sure you get there.
We're Delta World Tire.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too. But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck. If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
Louisiana Office Solutions Company is the complete answer for all your office products and janitorial supply needs. From supplies for school or your home office, to styrofoam cups for your restaurant, to pallets of paper and cleaning supplies for your business. Choose from a large selection of furniture from chairs to desks for office or home, traditional and contemporary styles, or work with our design team to create a complete furniture layout for your building. So call or come by Louisiana Office Solutions Company on Florida at Lobdell, where everyone is welcome.
Finally got me, Ben.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes. For decades, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. Got me good.
But you know State Farm's got you, too.
You ain't nothing.
Are you trash talking a pothole?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call or visit State Farm agent Jim Crane in Baton Rouge today.
Welcome back. I want to thank Superior Grill, a big sponsor of our show. I'm sure Micah knows about Superior Grill. They are also on St. Charles Avenue in New Orleans, and Shreveport, Line Avenue, and then they have a new location on Highland Road in Baton Rouge. Their original location is Government Street. And they're also in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama, they have a location there too. Thank Bob Kershaw, who's from Mendon, Louisiana, played at Northwestern State. Great family, been supporters of us for over 20 years with our magazine and our TV show, 13 years. But I want to go ahead and go back to Micah and give our guys some time to pull this up. But we've got some images in a few minutes we're going to pull up for camps. And Micah, talk about these camps, session 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here's the dates. And talk about the camps, mom and dads that are watching all over Louisiana from all ages.
Yeah, I mean, we do that every summer. We'll have one in the winter as well. But they're great camps for just overall skill development. We can make it as advanced or as beginner as need be for the kids. We try to get the best coaches we can from various high schools. We'll get guys that played at LSU that are coming back for their off season will come work it. But it's just a great chance for those kids to get active, get out, play on Alex Box Stadium, play on the field, go in our batting cages, see the facilities, and get a chance to play where all their favorite players do.
If a mom or dad are worried about staying overnight, I'm sure y'all can work with them or tell them what hotels to use, that type of stuff.
Yeah, and we ease their minds about that. It's something we've done for years. We have a great relationship with Courtyard Hotel, good security, all that stuff. And if they need to, they have any questions or anything like that, they can email me. mgibbs7@lsu.edu, and I can help with any questions.
And did we talk about the Shriver camp coming up? That was not a part of that, but
right, we're actually doing a free baseball clinic in Shriver, Louisiana. That's where the facility's located, right in between Houma and Thibodaux. And we just kind of want to give back to the community, do that free clinic, have a couple of our players come over before one of our weekend games. It'll be Saturday, March 16th. And just, we've done it in years past. We haven't done it in the past couple of years, but just a chance for a lot of those kids to get out there and learn some baseball.
You know, people think, again, I'm just a football guy, but last year I actually saw Destrehan play baseball.
Landon Marceau.
I saw Marceau, and nobody even told me who he was. I just heard the ball go into the glove.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm like, who's this guy? So I sat in the stands. It was cloudy. It was at East Ascension High School. Mm-hmm. And I was watching all these big teams come in, these showcase teams, right? West Monroe was there. and watch this guy pitch. He reminded me so much of a Jared Poche with a little more thump to it.
Right. I mean, just the velocity, the command.
4 pitches?
He has 3, what I think 3 like strikeout type pitches, a 4th pitch that he throws, command of all 4 of them. I mean, he's special.
And then Eric Walker, who was from Arlington, Texas, sat out last year, had a great freshman year. He's back.
He's back. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
I mean,
good.
the depth we're going to have in the pitching staff is
Zach
incredible.
Hess turned down a bunch of money to come back from Lynchburg, Virginia, I believe.
Right.
6'6". I don't know. He looks like a football player to me. Throws incredible.
He's intense like a football player, that's for sure.
What can he get up to? Because I know they don't always get up to what to hurt.
Right. I believe he hit 97, 98 in Omaha when he was a closer.
Gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely in there.
Might be a Brian Wilson when he goes.
Right.
Might be at 100.
Never know.
These young guys, Jaden Hill from Arkansas. You know, the Treadwell kid from Texas. You've got Marceau. You've got the kid Cole Henry from Florence, Alabama. They're all throwing over 92, and they're all 6'4", 215. What happened? It's like a.
Well, I think that's the big push that Nolan Kane made, our recruiting coordinator, is to really focus on the pitching. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you can't pitch at an elite level, you're going to struggle to make it to Omaha and advance once you're there. With the bats the way they are now, the game is so centered around pitching that's the most important part. And when it comes to the scholarships, we spend a lot of that with the pitching.
And then Josh Smith's back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that might be the most important one. I mean, he's the vocal leader of our team, and it's just good to have him back out there in an important position at shortstop.
I mean, what's great second base and third baseman, shortstops over the years at LSU, Fontenot and Bregman and all
Terrio.
these Terrio,
Yeah.
all these great players that have come out. And my favorite player to ever play at LSU was Albert Bell, Joey Bell. He went to Huntington High School in Shreveport.
Oh, yeah. We used to see him on some of the highlight videos, some of the home
and
runs he used to
Armando
hit.
Rios
Yeah.
was an outfielder like 5'7", but he could get to anything.
Yep.
And then I was a big Fontenot fan. Todd Walker from Airline High School, and then Russ Johnson from Denham Springs. And then obviously Ben McDonald. What do you think of Ben? He's doing a great job as a.
Oh, he's unbelievable. SEC Network.
He's big time.
Oh, he's big time. He comes by the field all the time, likes to just kind of talk baseball, talk the team and all that. But, oh, no, he's one of the great stewards of LSU
Very
baseball.
humble person,
Oh,
too.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's your favorite former Tiger, Micah, since you've been a part of the program all this time?
Right. Well, I grew up watching Brad Cressy as a fellow catcher.
Yeah.
Watched him in Omaha all the time. Always wanted to kind of play like him, hit like he did.
California
Wasn't
native.
nearly as big or strong as he was, but that was definitely someone that I watched growing up.
You know, and then this team's got a great young catcher who's going to have to catch probably all 3 games until Saul gets back to normal. But your kid Brock Mathis from Ohio,
Right.
Fairfield, Ohio.
Yep. Yeah, two junior college transfers, and Brock Mathis and Saul Garza. Both kids are tough as nails. You got to have that behind the plate. And Brock is just, you can throw anything at him, and he's going to learn it quick, and he's going to be able to adjust. And we have all the faith in the world in him. And then when Saul gets back, it'll be perfect because we'll be able to use both those guys, kind of give someone a break, that kind of thing.
And first base looks like there's 3 options.
Oh, yeah.
Cade
Tons of
Belso.
options. Cade Beloso, C.J. Willis, Drew Bianco, son of Mike Bianco over at Ole Miss. All those guys are vying for a spot over there. I mean, Gavin Dugas from Homa, he's playing third, second, first, DH, and going everywhere.
And
I mean,
whoever
just
to get to play first can DH, right?
Exactly. So,
as a catcher, Micah, what is the hardest thing to learn in high school as a catcher before you get to an LSU?
I think the one thing that kind of comes around last is the receiving part of it, because of the fact that everybody looks at how hard do you throw guys out at second. That's the thing everybody sees, and the blocking is something everybody sees, but nobody really bears down on the actually catching the baseball. And I think that's one thing when they get to college that we really reinforce with them, because that's the most important part. You're catching 200 pitches a game. You're only going to throw 5 or 6 and block hopefully 10 or less. But it's just those little things that people don't really see that mean way more than people think.
What's amazing watching in game an 89-mile-an-hour curveball, and you've got to get that out the dirt, or you don't want to miss maybe more than one a game.
That's the thing with the breaking balls. It might come in there and it's a strike the whole time, and then last second,
Like
it's in the
Lang,
dirt. Now you got to get down there.
Lang had
Lang's
some
was.
wicked ones.
I caught him one time in a bullpen before a road trip. I had to strap it back on. Hadn't done it in a while, and caught him, and it was overwhelming how good that breaking.
And now
was.
Hilliard throws a wicked one.
Oh, yeah, Hilliard's is. I mean, you're talking about the spin on that breaking ball is elite, even at a major league level.
How do you learn to catch that wicked pitch? I mean, that's the craziest.
Keep
it
catching.
Just drops.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd tell our guys to catch as many bullpens as you can, just because the more you catch it, the more you get used to it. The break. The biggest thing is knowing when guys don't throw it as well or they don't throw it as good as they usually do, what it's going to do.
When we come back, I'm going to show them a catcher's glove, which, you know, we got football people, but they need to understand, you know, with the glove, actually, it's different than a regular glove in outfield, obviously. I mean, but it's a catcher's glove. Micah brought his glove. We'll be back in just a minute.
Louisiana Office Solutions Company is the complete answer for all your office products and janitorial supply needs. From supplies for school or your home office, to styrofoam cups for your restaurant, to pallets of paper and cleaning supplies for your business. Choose from a large selection of furniture from chairs to desks for office or home, traditional and contemporary styles, or work with our design team to create a complete furniture layout for your building. So call or come by Louisiana Office Solutions Company on Florida at Lovedale, where everyone is welcome.
Delta World Tire is 100% committed to making every part of your experience with us hassle-free and pleasant. Whether it's tires, brakes, oil change, or scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire's highest priority is serving you. If you're traveling this season, Delta World Tire is here to help you make sure your vehicle is road ready. If the tire needs replacing, the oil needs changing, or any other scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire wants to make sure you get there.
We're Delta World Tire.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too. But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck. If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
When you come to Relief Windows, your experience starts here.
Or here.
Then we come to your home.
We measure twice.
And then we bring custom windows to your home.
We remove your old windows. Install your new windows.
Clean our mess.
And we make sure you're completely satisfied.
And all of this before you pay a dime. And at Relief Windows, our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Relief Windows.
Welcome back, Lee Brecheen, Louisiana Football Magazine. I have Gibby, Micah Gibbs, as they call him, Gibby, Micah Gibbs' his glove here. It's a catcher's glove. And, man, I'm going to tell you, you got to adjust just to try and figure this thing out. I mean, you got to know how to be a catcher. Now, I'm a lefty, so it's a right-hander's glove. But, you know, this glove is obviously something that's like part of your hand after a while, right, Micah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's centered around catching high speeds, a lot of padding, all that, and makes a lot of other things difficult that a normal infield or outfield glove wouldn't
Baseball guys have superstitious stuff. Anything with this glove, superstitious?
I was never a superstitious guy with my glove or anything like that, but if I got a couple hits or did something, whatever, like whatever I ate for lunch, I was eating it the next day. Oh, yeah, I try to keep all that stuff aligned.
The rally, put the hats backwards, you know.
Whatever works.
Whatever, you know, what was that ran out on the old Alex?
The rally possum.
The rally possum.
Rally
and then people were
possum.
making T-shirts.
Anything with baseball, anything you can get around that's going to be a rally.
People wanting to adopt the possum.
Tried to do rally bees one year, I think. There's a swarm of bees. Yeah, it's whatever you can find.
The team this year, what do you think of the team compared to your teammates and teams and all the teams you've been a part of since 2009? What do you think of this team's potential?
I mean, the potential's definitely there. Obviously, we're preseason ranked 1 or 2, depending on the poll, and I think a lot of that comes with just the pitching depth we have and how good those pitchers are. We have a lot of guys coming back from last year offensively, like you said, Josh Smith coming back, Daniel Cabrera coming back, some really good players, Watson turning down some money as well, like Hess did. there's a ton of potential, and I think the athleticism that we're going to have is going to be key. It's a lot different game than it was back in 2008, 9, 10 with the bats, but I think it's a team that can really achieve some great things.
Speaking of bats, here's a Marucci bat, and this is one of the cheap ones for like $350. You said?
Yeah, right.
$350 for a bat, man. That's incredible.
Yeah, anywhere from $300 to $400 for just.
And they do break.
Oh, they'll break. They'll.
You know.
They'll. Those are very, very durable. Marucci makes a great bat, great glove. We just went to them this year. We won't break as many as we'll have. Some bats will fail. Like once a bat gets hot, the NCAA makes you test them before the series, and if they're at a certain level, you can't use them. So it's one of those things they try to kind of level the playing field, and so sometimes we'll have to get a guy a different bat just because it's not passing a test.
What do you think of the wooden bats in the pros compared to?
That's a completely different game too. It takes some real wrist and forearm strength swinging the wood bats. But Marucci, they started out making wood bats, and they make the best bat in Major League Baseball. They have the majority share of wood bats that are being used in the major leagues, and now they make the best metal bat.
I want to politic for baseball. They only have 11.7 scholarships for a 35-man roster. 11.7 scholarships. Just think about breaking that up. You got to make it work. You got to have guys come in with no scholarships. You got to have guys take 2%, 5%, 10%.
Oh, it's a
books. Pay your own expenses.
Definitely it's a juggling act.
Will baseball ever get more scholarships?
I mean, we're always hoping, but it doesn't look like it's going to be going forward with any of that. But it's definitely a tough juggling act. I mean, Coach Maneri and Nolan, they do a great job of putting all that together, trying to figure out the math and what guys can get, and whether it's tuition and books or just books, or sometimes you can get guys that'll come for free. Mason Katz came for free, and that was huge. He was one of our best hitters while he was here.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, it's definitely a juggling act.
You know what's really too, go back to the team, but the job that the recruiting has been incredible for LSU and pitchers. If Stortz can get back healthy, the big New York guy, and Hilliard can get back to form, and Eric Walker can get back to form, it's just crazy some of the middle reliever and midweek game starters that this team could potentially have.
Right. I mean,
that could be starters on a normal team.
Right. I mean, that's like you said. You're going to have guys that are going to pitch for us in the midweek. Not even start. Some that are going to be relievers in the midweek that would be a weekend starter elsewhere. So I mean, like I was saying, the depth that we have this year from a pitching staff standpoint is incredible.
And look, these midweek games, if you're not a baseball guy, they're not easy. I mean, Tulane's, the ULLs, these guys are ranked. You know, you'll have to play Nichols, McNeese, and they're always wanting to beat LSU.
Oh, it's the World Series for them. That's their biggest game of the year. They have it circled.
Southeastern's got a good program.
Oh, they do. They've been
Northwestern.
They've been doing a great job over there. Coach Reiser's been incredible over there in what he's done. But like you said, it's such a big game for these teams. They come in, they get to play at Alex Buck Stadium where they're playing against us, and they want nothing more than to beat us. And for us, it's sometimes you just played A&M, and now you're looking to Florida, and you really got to make sure that you're focused on that game.
You can't throw your best guys,
right?
Because you got the weekend coming up again.
But you also can't slip up now with the way that the tournament is, and trying to get a national seed and host a regional, super regional. You have to win those games.
It's scary if Stortz gets back to normal. And
he doesn't look. I mean, that's a kid that looks like a basketball player, 6'7", 250. But he's mid-90s when he's on.
He even said the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native pitcher's looking good too. The kid from Pittsburgh.
Yep. Trent Vittmeyer.
Vittmeyer.
He's doing really well. He's turned a corner. He's kind of worked with AD Alan Dunn, our pitching coach. He's worked with him a lot on a new pitch, and he's really been dominant the past couple of weeks.
It's exciting. This weekend, U.S. Army, ULM of Monroe, and who is the team I'm leading?
Air Force.
Man, this is like the military.
Yeah, we'll be wearing the military hats.
That's good.
Saturday and Sunday for those two games, we'll have a flyover. So if you want to see a nice jet fly by Alex Buck Stadium, it's pretty loud, but it's incredible. So I'd highly suggest coming out.
These fans are just going crazy. Can't wait for it to start. Michael, we're going to bring you back. We're bringing Joseph Evans on the set real soon from Haynesville. You need to meet this young man. You're going to meet him soon. He's a defensive tackle. He's one of my favorite players in Louisiana. He's going to have a great career at LSU, and I think beyond. We'll be right back.
Honey, what's wrong with the disposer?
What disposer?
Clogged drain? Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood drain expert.
When you come to Relief Windows, your experience starts here.
Or here.
Then we come to your home.
We measure twice.
And then we bring custom windows to your home.
We remove your old windows. Install your new windows.
Clean our mess.
And we make sure you're completely satisfied.
And all of this before you pay a dime. And at Relief Windows, our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down your she shed, Cheryl.
Well, my she shed's on fire.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shed.
She shear?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call or visit State Farm agent David Wilcox in Gonzales today.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too. But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck. If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
Welcome back. I want to thank the Ryder Clinic for sponsoring our Recruit of the Week. And our Recruit of the Week is our guest, Joseph Evans from Haynesville. Not ranked heavily. I don't get into these rankings. You know, I just go by watching a kid play and saying his upside's LSU. Or, you know, his upside's lower D1, 1AA, D2, D3, junior college, prep school, needs a red shirt, that kind of thing. But Joseph is a kid that brings it every play, played OD line the whole game. Started both sides of the ball for, I want to say 5 years, right?
4.
4, but in your program, they'll even start 8th graders.
Yeah.
But as a 9th grader, you're starting every play of the game week 1.
Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, the good thing is it keeps you in shape for a big guy.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know you feel like you about to give up, but you know you got to keep on going.
You get used to it, though.
Yeah, you get used to it. You get used to it, too.
But I noticed seeing you as a sophomore that you got it. And what I mean by that, you played every play hard, which I don't see that from a lot of big guys.
Yeah.
You know, they like to take a play or two off, recuperate.
Yeah.
But every play you went at it hard.
Yeah. It's most of the feeling that, you know, you're not going to let anybody beat you. More like that mentality. You got to have the mentality when you're not there, and you don't want to, you know, look bad on a certain play because you know you got to watch it the next time you see film.
Joseph, for someone that's 310, 305, depending on the day, right?
Yeah.
6'2", did Ed Orgeron tell you you're athletic enough to play DN?
DN, I haven't heard it yet, but I know it's going to be a rushing technique, a 3.
Like Rashard Lawrence?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you remind me of a quicker Rashard.
Yeah.
I mean, for 3-something, you move like you're about 210, 215.
Yeah.
Huge compliment, man. The last guy I've seen move like you was Glenn Dorsey. And then when Tyler Shelvin was a junior at Northside, who's now going to be on the D-line with you as the nose technique.
Yeah.
Was Ed excited when you committed?
Yes. Yes, he was super excited. I think he committed for me. He had to.
Your dad's here, and he's agreeing with you on that.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's a D-line mentality coach. He loves the D-line. And what's it like signing with a coach that's his background? Being the head coach.
Yeah. Working. The reason that's another reason that I actually went there, because I felt like he would push me more because he know more about my position, and he can help me better myself.
We've got some highlights, Joseph, and I know it might be you might be shy about it, but I'll let you talk through the games and the opponents, but we're going to bring up your highlights. But this is you. I mean, Haynesville, this is you on defense. You're in the black and the gold, but you're manning this D-line. I mean, you're just taking over. These guys are looking at you like, we don't want any part of this guy. I mean, you're straight in the center. I mean, you're outside, you're active.
Yeah.
And what I mean, you got quick feet. You're making tackles sideline to sideline. And there's some more. This is, I think, back on
Green Oaks.
Yeah, Green Oaks of Shreveport.
Yeah.
You just took this guy out, and he's about 210. I know that running back.
Yeah.
He's a good senior. He's about 5'9", 210, all world. And you just
It's
like when you hit someone, the great ones just there's no mistake that he's going down. There's no struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just form, boom, you're down.
Yeah.
Like glue.
Yeah.
Have you always been that good of a tackler at a young age of being able to read and just?
Ever since Pee Wee, you know, I've been playing since Pee Wee, so it's been wired into me, basically.
But they always say the hands.
Yeah.
You've got Glenn Dorsey hands to where you can. I always notice you grab those running backs.
Yeah.
When they would go left, you would grab them and bring them down with just your hand.
Yeah, because
impressive.
One lady came to the game and she took a picture of her and her lane. She said, "Oh my gosh, your hands are so huge." Yeah, I'm known for my.
And
hands.
I know that's what Ed goes, man. Look at D tackle, D end. O-line, you did it for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary David Franklin, Coach Franklin, Red Franklin, his daddy still helps out, I know.
Yeah.
What's it like playing for one of the great programs in the state?
It feels great. You know, the tradition there is great, and it's just all around the fans. You know, always come support no matter where you at. They always there.
What's your goals at LSU? What would you like to see happen with your class?
Man, to win it all, because I know we got some hard hitters. We got the people that will actually work, you know, to make the program better. And I think that's what it's all about.
So you're not nervous about coming in. You're ready. You're ready to come in.
I'm ready. Can't wait to be one of the greats.
You just fired up half of Baton Rouge, I think. Micah, what do you think of this guy, man? I mean,
this kid's huge. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to see him play.
Micah's like, do you have any cousins that play baseball?
Right. Yeah.
Run 4.4. Yeah. And then you have a junior lineman, Cameron, who's got a lot of talent. 6'6", 280.
Yeah, that's still a little cousin though. Even though he's taller than me,
he's still not there yet.
Yeah.
He's not where you are, but he will be.
Yeah, he will.
That's your cousin.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's scary that y'all might be side by side playing one day.
Yeah.
So you get on him, you keep him
yeah.
right. You're trying to show him how to get there.
Yeah, I always tell him to come work out with me. You know, just get a little bit of work in for this upcoming season.
It's not every day you see a kid 300 pounds, 6'2", and almost 400 career tackles. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you like most about football, Josie? What do you like most about the game?
The feeling of winning, I think, and the excitement and the play after play, you know, just making plays, and, you know, it's just a good feeling all around. I like the sport.
We got a surprise for you, and then we're going to have more with Micah Gibbs next segment. One of your teammates in the class, Thomas Perry's calling in from Turlings Catholic.
All right.
Y'all be able to talk about going against each other in practice. O-line, he's 6'7", 315. You're 6'2", 305.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about the future, and we got Micah Gibbs of LSU. We'll talk more baseball when we come back.
Delta World Tire is 100% committed to making every part of your experience with us hassle-free and pleasant. Whether it's tires, brakes, oil change, or scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire's highest priority is serving you. If you're traveling this season, Delta World Tire is here to help you make sure your vehicle is road ready. If the tire needs replacing, the oil needs changing, or any other scheduled maintenance, Delta World Tire wants to make sure you get there.
We're Delta World Tire.
When you come to Relief Windows, your experience starts here.
Or here.
Then we come to your home.
We measure twice.
And then we bring custom windows to your home.
We remove your old windows. Install your new windows.
Clean our mess.
And we make sure you're completely satisfied.
And all of this before you pay a dime. And at Relief Windows, our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Windows.
Honey, what's wrong with the disposer?
What disposer?
Clogged drain? Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood drain expert.
Finally got me, Ben.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes. For decades, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. Got me good.
But you know State Farm's got you, too.
You ain't nothing.
Are you trash talking a pothole?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call or visit State Farm agent Bill Barkus in Baton Rouge today.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too. But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck. If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com.
Welcome back, Lee Brecheen, Louisiana Football TV magazine. Before we go to Micah Gibbs and LSU, I was talking to Joseph Evans from Haynesville. Talk about Pops, your dad. He had a heck of a career at Haynesville.
Yes.
And you said, and we talked to him about, he rode a bike to practice 13 miles a day and back?
Yes.
Every day?
Every day. That's the relentless drive to play football. That's how much it means to him and for me to play football.
And he weighed 168 pounds on the O-line.
168 pounds.
And you got all the weight now. You got all the dad's weight.
Yeah.
And your dad played for Red Franklin.
Yeah.
And your dad went in the military and everything, and
Yes,
he's got to
20
be
years.
proud of you, man.
Yes. 20 years in the military. Come home, raise his kids, you know.
So, Joseph, when you looked at all this stuff and you were offered early, I know Ed got on you real early.
Yeah.
What are you thinking when all these letters come in, and like all baseball, football guys, you spread out all these letters on your, I don't know, kitchen table or floor? What are you thinking? How long until you knew, hey, this is where I'm going?
I mean, it was really right off the bat because he was the only person that was really offering me, but that's still a good thing.
But you were loyal. You didn't go on any visits to all these other schools. That's rare today.
Yeah. I went to like one camp, and it was in Junction, and it was crazy because it was like it happened out of nowhere. Like I didn't even expect it, but it was the greatest feeling ever.
But if mom and dads are watching and kids, the way to do recruiting is what Joseph did. He committed early. He never wavered. He never went to Tennessee or Alabama to make the heart pressure go up on Ed and these guys. And you stayed old school.
Yeah.
It says a lot about you, man.
Yes, sir.
And you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Who's the best D lineman ever played at Haynesville? Was it Demetric Evans, who's also family, Georgia?
Yeah, they say it was Bobby Ray Evans though. Like they would defer whether it was Doug Evans, Demetric Evans, or Bobby Ray, but everybody say Bobby Ray.
And another great one, Bobby Ray Tell, running back. He was another great one.
Yeah, it's a legacy down there.
Can you outrun your dad in a 40? You can outrun him?
I remember.
Daddy's going, no, that's not.
I remember we used to race. He was in his, because police supposed to be fast, but I thought he was just police officer, eat donuts all day. But but that's what I thought about him. But no, he actually beat me though. That's what I think.
He's like, you're not ready yet, son. You're not ready yet. Micah, going back about the camps for parents watching, want to mention it again about all the camps and the schedule. Let's bring that up if we can one more time. Moms, dads from Shreveport to Baton Rouge to Natchitoches to Lake Charles. If you're watching in Houma, New Orleans, or Lafayette, or in Texas, we go to Arkansas and Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. I've had some kids from New York, California come. Yeah.
Delaware,
anywhere.
Jake Fraley's
Jake
hometown.
Fraley, Wilmington, Delaware. But yeah, LSUBaseballcamps.com. some more information there. And then, like I said, my email is mgibbs7@lsu.edu if you have any questions.
Any final thoughts? You got to be excited and tired of the team playing one another?
Oh, it's the worst because you're either pitching or you're hitting, and then you think one's wrong or one's doing bad, but maybe they're just both really good and they both have their own days. So there's always something you're trying to get better at. That's
Mike,
for sure.
is there one guy that took a step just in fall practice? Like, is there anyone that you could see that step?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Trent Vittmeyer. He made a big step over the break. He's a returning guy. But all these freshmen, you start to kind of just see them kind of get that feel of comfortability, I guess. Just getting used to going to class, all the demands that are on them now that they didn't have in high school. And I think that's the biggest thing is the comfortability and the maturity of all these young kids.
A lot of talent, a lot of potential, ranked preseason #1. It's exciting. And Joseph, any thoughts on baseball? You watch any MLB? You watch any college baseball?
Well, when I was younger, I used to hit a ball.
Come on.
Play baseball, and I didn't play it like with a school, but I played it in the yard, or
Could you hit for power?
I think I'd be the best hitter ever if I played baseball.
Jared Mitchell, Chad Jones, Spencer Ware, Jared Foster. Hey, come out, give it a shot.
Yeah, I think I can do it. I really do.
Well, there was a Frank Thomas that did great, a big guy.
Auburn.
He was like 260 at Auburn.
Yep.
I remember being in an Alex box, and you could hear the ping go 405, and I'm like,
oh yeah, different sound.
Bo Jackson.
It was Albert Bell, same
Albert
thing,
Bell.
different sound.
Cressy had a little bit of
Cressy
that.
had it. Oh yeah, some of these guys just have a different sound.
The one that I see the joy of the home runs is Ryan Shemp, who was incredible for a small guy.
Right. No, yeah, I think he led the major leagues in most home runs per at bat or something a couple of years ago. I mean, he's just knows how to hit the ball over the fence.
And now Braggs is hitting almost 30 of them a year. It's incredible.
He's incredible over there in Houston. I mean, he's been doing amazing.
Joseph, any final thoughts as far as LSU fans of what to expect out of you, and what do you think about this coming season?
I expect a lot. I know I haven't been on a lot of social media, but I'm trying to make my mark in LSU, be one of the greats. So keep an eye on it.
We've got about a minute left. We're going to give y'all a Louisiana fish fry before you leave, and that'll come in handy when you're not working 24 hours a day, Micah. And then Joseph, I know y'all can appreciate some good South Louisiana seasonings. But it's been a great year. We've got one show left live next week. We got Byron Dawson coming on from Evangel Christian, a couple of recruits from Evangel, one of the top quarterbacks. What's the future of Haynesville, real quick? They losing you, that's a big boy.
I mean, we losing a lot of good players, but I mean, Haynesville is always going to be Haynesville. Always going to have great players.
Winning, good formula, great coaches, great community. Thank you, Joseph. Good luck to you. Micah, thank you for being a part of the show. That's it. That's a wrap on the show. We'll have it replayed all week long in Louisiana. We'll see you next week.